Hi everyone, welcome to the third Thursday card class with MC2 Michelle's Creative Corner. I'm Michelle Salcho and I'm excited to work with you today on the Hey Chick and Hey Birthday Chick bundles. But before I jump over there, I got to talk a little bit about the difference between intent and reality. So this week, my intention was to bring, there are 4 cards as part of this class. So I was going to do one on a Facebook Live on Monday, so short video, another one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and then summarize and wrap it up today. Well, here it is Thursday, and none of that happened. I had Hazel a little unexpectedly Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, and then consequently Wednesday and Thursday mornings. So that shifted things a little bit in a most wonderful way. But so what are we going to do about that? Because, well, there's something else. It is Holy Week, and we have church tonight. In fact, Greg just ran out to grab something for us to eat so that we can eat before we go to church. So we are short on time. I have a lot of stuff to show you, so I am going to jump in, but it is going to be different. I'm a work in progress. I so appreciate you all watching and purchasing from me, sharing my videos, liking my videos, and helping me in all the ways that you do. Your support and encouragement means the world to me. So there is an ordering special so that you can get these cards. If you would like a prepped kit, that is an option. And I will get that posted by tomorrow morning so you can take advantage of it. Okay, so let me switch cameras and put this down here, and then I'll put that one over there, and I'm just going to get that out of the way. Okay, so here are the 2 stamp sets, and there are adorable dies that coordinate with it, with each one. And then so this was Monday's card that didn't happen, but isn't it the cutest thing? And I will have to share in the comments who I cased this with. Well, maybe I can get to it really quickly. Let me see. Okay, so this card was a copy or case from Nancy Endright. Okay, so hers is a little different, but basically all of this main part is the same. But swap out the designer series paper and your accent color here, and this is a note card size, and super fun. So the little single egg is from Hey Chick, and the little party hat egg is from Happy Birthday Chick, and Let's Celebrate You is from here. So I stamped it once, and then I just cut the lines apart. Everything here is on dimensionals. The label from the, I believe it's Stitched So Sweetly, is directly to the designer series paper, and that is directly to the note card. And then I just colored this with blends, Pumpkin Pie, Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, and Magenta Madness. So super, super cute little card. Pretty easy to do. I just did this on the Stamparatus. And so anyway, I don't know what else I'm forgetting to tell you. I'm trying to rush, and that's never a good thing. So if I think of anything else, we'll come back to it, all right? Card for Tuesday. So I was inspired by a card by Rachel Woolard, I think is how you pronounce her name. And this one is also a note card, but I did a couple of things that were really, really fun. So the first thing I did was I cut out this Happy Birthday, which is a die that is with the Happy Birthday, or the Hey Birthday Chick bundle, and I used our foam adhesive sheets to die cut that out. And I did the same thing with the chicken. I stamped the chicken and then stamped her on the foam piece, and then die cut her and colored her. And then I splattered this with a little real red Stamp and Blend to give it that little splatter effect. And then on the inside, I did You're Still a Spring Chicken, and I stamped the little dancing chick across the bottom. So that one, super cute, super fun. And I've got another card that's going to use that foam adhesive sheet. So you'll get to see that. So we're going to make card 3 and card 4 together today, at least as much as we can. Some of the coloring we might have to skip, and then I'll post photos, and of course I've got a tutorial to go along with this. All right, so card number 3 is this one. Okay, so here are my supplies for card number 3. So I've got a white layer. I have these little layers. Now, why did I choose this card? Well, it's got some retiring products on it, and some of them are my absolute favorites. So I had to do this so that I could remember to share with you that, hey, these are retiring. You really, 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 really need them, so don't miss out. So one is the layering squares dies. Okay, these are a huge must. So these coordinate together to layer behind, right? They also work with the stitched shapes. These are retiring. I had to have a moment of silence when I read that these were retiring. So if you do not have stitched shape, it is item number 145372, and is 12 pieces for $30. Don't miss out. You need to get those. I've got my I've got the website for shopping up there, as well as the current host code. Okay, so these are both retiring. And honestly, you know what? I'm not even sure if Hey Chick, I don't think Hey Chick is in the catalog, but I believe I'll have to post that in the comments. I'm so sorry. I meant to check that. All right, so how does this work? We are going to, oh, dadgum. I'm going to get rid of my husband's message for a second. We're actually going to stamp, oh, there is a third thing that's retiring. The wired up, the chicken wire background stamp is retiring. So let's actually do that first. I have a lot of stuff on my desk here. All right, so I have a Stamparatus plate. I've already put this stamp on it, and I'm going to grab a Stamparatus base and a piece of small grid paper. You could cut up your grid paper for this purpose, but it's just easier to buy it, and it's all pre-cut. It fits lined side to side, and it's all good to go. All right, so I'm going to put a stamp under this side. I'm going to turn this, I think, this way, and get a magnet to hold that paper in place. Let's see, where's going to be a good place? And I'm actually going to use the smaller grid because we kind of want this to be straight. All right, so get out of the way right there. And I'm going to ink this up with basic gray. I don't know that I've gotten text messages at all today, but here we are. Actually, that's... All right, let's scoot this up a little bit so you can see better. All right, so the first thing I want to do is ink up this big stamp and see where it stamps. So this way I'll know where to put my paper. And I've already cut my layer to the size that I want it. You don't have to do that. You could use a larger piece of cardstock and then trim it to the size that you need once you have it. Okay, clearly I didn't ink that up real well. All right, there we go. So now I'm thinking it is straight enough where it is. So as long as I line this up within that stamp, we'll be fine. Okay, and because I want the whole thing stamped, I don't have a place to put my magnets. I'm just going to leave it where it is, holding down our grid paper. So just stamping this up, and then I'm going to just bring it over. Let me just text him back real fast. Okay, sorry. Multitasking. Okay, that looks gorgeous. All right, so I'm just going to set that aside. Can get this out of the way. Now, for our chicken, we are going to stamp her. I think it's a her, this wild hair. We're going to stamp her in a couple of different poses, if you will. I don't need that. I do need, I'm going to stamp her in Memento Black because we're going to color her with the blends, Stampin' Blends. And so since they are alcohol markers, I'm going to use our regular Memento water-based ink for the image. Okay, and then I want her to peek from a couple of different angles. So I'm going to bring her in here. That's going to pop up on the screen in just a second. And then I think this one, we'll kind of do her. Now I did not have to turn that sideways because this is a square and I could simply turn it when I put it down. But it's not the way my brain was seeing it. We're done with the gray. I'm going to put that away, except it doesn't go down there, so I'm not putting it away. Grab my chamois. So I got my first COVID vaccine yesterday. Greg and I both went together. My arm is a little stiff. Not sore enough that I need to take anything or, but it is a little sore. Okay, so let's just color at least one of these so that you can see what I have in my head. So here's magenta and make sure this is Daffodil Delight and Daffodil Delight, and then I don't want that. Okay, struggling to find the one I want. Maybe I didn't really want that. I want the one that's already on my desk. How about that? Well, it might be fun to add a little bit of that. We'll see. Okay. So I think that the chick herself, oh, I need the pumpkin pie as well. And I'm never real sure if this is her head shining through or not. So I just added a little bit. Now, sometimes these little guys can be boogers to open. So I just colored the dark daffodil, the dark areas first, and now I'm coming back with the light Daffodil Delight and kind of blending it in. a little bit of these crazy feathers. And then let me grab the dark pumpkin pie for her beak. And then let's do her hair. Is it hair? Feathers? I guess it's feathers technically. All right, so I want the pink to be pretty prominent here. All right, and then I'm going to add, actually let's add a little daffodil. And I think a little just jade. And I just want a little bit of the jade. So I'm going to come back with and I think I'm seeing this okay. You all may be able to see something different. All right, then let's come down and do pretty much the same thing with her tail feathers. And once I get this one done, I'm going to show you how this will look put together, and we'll move on to the other card. It sounded like a comment popped in. Okay, so I'm just blending this in a little bit. Okay, so there she is, all dolled up. Then I'm going to just add a little bit of adhesive. This is quite normal for your Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers, to bleed through. Then this is I'm going to scoot this over just a bit. Can you all see? Okay. It has just the tiniest pink border. And it could be a little straighter. It's the story of my life. Well, dadgum, I think I was better the first time. And I'm going to put this crooked on the card, so why am I so worried about whether it is straight here? I don't have an answer for that. Okay, so let's talk about how this will come together. So first, the little chicken wire is going to come, and I didn't leave a big border here. That could be straighter. I've looked at a couple of tools that might help me see the crookedness a little easier. I haven't really found anything that looks feasible. So it may just have to be my signature move. Okay, then this one I'm going to pose here. This one I'm going to come like here, and then this one down here with a little saying here that is "Hey Chick," and this is Stampin' with Sandy. I don't know Sandy's last name. She's a Canadian demonstrator, but isn't that the cutest thing? But remember, stitched shapes, layering squares are retiring, and I will check to make sure. And this all wired up stamp set, this background stamp is retiring, and I will check to make sure about the "Hey Chick" and "Hey Birthday Chick." Okay, so that's card number 3 of our 4 cards. And then card number 4, okay, I tried to resist this, but actually first, let me show you. So this is a piece of the foam adhesive, all right, and I've already got it. This top piece is just white cardstock. And we're going to stamp on this and cut it out, and then we'll do the rest of it, all right? So I'm going to come back to our little girl here. I have not tried this with the Stamparatus. I'm pretty much going with the stamp it, cut it out, and color it. All right. But to maximize my foam, I'm going to put it this way. So stamping is just like stamping on cardstock, except that it's already got that lift built in. I think that just makes a really cool kind of sticker. All right, let me clean this. And then I'm going to grab the die for it. And while I do, I'll show you the dies that come with these. Okay, and this will give that a second to dry. All right, so this is the Birthday Chick dies, right? And how cute, it has this little fence. This is one of the chicks. This is the little dancing chick with the party hat. Here's this darling little chick, a little bow tie. This is one of the chicks in a balloon. Actually, I guess I could show you the stamp set. Okay, so it's got some of the images from the stamp set. So it's got this image in the stamp set, this one, and this one, as well as a happy birthday, a little hey thing, this little banner, and then the picket fence. So super cute there. And then the chick dies, the Hey Chick dies. Oh my gosh. So here's the stamp set, right? So we have, I'm going to think this one. All right, that one goes with her. And then we also have this one and this one. Yeah, both of those. And we have the little egg. Then we have this little barn. We have a little cross, chicken wire look, a little sign, 2 little eggs, this little stump, and then we have the corn and the husks to go with the corn stalk, and then little chicken seed on the ground too. So I love this. I think this is a huge, huge value, just super, super cute. So I'll let you know if they're retiring, and if they are, I'm going to really encourage you to jump on that. Okay, so I think I've shown you this before. This is Post-it tape that I just got from Amazon, and I am going to line her up because right now we don't have a magnetic plate for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I don't want this to slide around. So I'm going to bring the machine over. almost fits in the frame. Just verify she's still there. And let's run her through. Let's set that down. This back over here. Okay. All right. And I should mention that this is adhesive, so this is going to come off and it's going to be a sticker. So I'm just going to poke out that little center piece there. And voila, I mean, how about that? Isn't that the coolest thing? I just think it's way cool. All right, so I've got more of this for the other card that we used that for. Put her back in there somewhere. And we'll give her a little color, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with her. And I'm going to also pull out, I think this is, oh, that's Purple Posy. I want her. Okay, and here is Highland Heather. This time she's going to be all pink and purple. So that will give her beak a little bit of. All right, so I'm going to come along with, I think, you know what? I wonder about, the more I look at this, the more I change my mind. Are you Flirty Flamingo? Okay. Yes, you are. All right, so I'm going to take light Flirty Flamingo and kind of do this part of her. And I'm going to do this part down here. And then I am going to take some light Highland Heather. I know this looks like it is not going to come together, right? Now what do I want to do? Okay, actually I'm going to come back with the Flirty Flamingo now. And you're thinking, Michelle, what have you done? I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking this looks really weird, right? Especially at that distance. All right, let's come back with dark Flirty Flamingo. Just keep adding color until we like it. Let's even bring in a little. No, I think that's brighter than I wanted. Okay, when that happens, you take your color lifter and you say, oh, no, no, no. It's not what I meant to do. Let's talk about this. And I might even do that down here. It's not a complete do-over. All right. Highland Heather over the body. See, and this is definitely going to be unique because since I'm just going for it. All right, we're just going to leave that alone for a second, and we're going to come in with the dark magenta and okay, and then I'm going to go back with Highland Heather and just kind of go over that. So when you're working with your blends, you don't have to work with the light and the dark of the same color. You can have fun and make up whatever combinations you like. And kind of do the same thing with her tail feathers. Start with Magenta Madness and then come back in her body doesn't look nearly as crazy, does it? Okay, maybe it still does. Okay, so let's set that aside for a second, and then we're going to pull this out, and we're going to pull out one of my absolute favorite stamp sets from the mini catalog, and I'm super sad to say that this one is also retiring. The Pretty Perennials. So we need the Happy, and we need the Birthday. And we're going to take we're going to take the crumb cake. So this is a piece of crumb cake, and I'm going to grab crumb cake ink. I better set that somewhere where it doesn't get away from me. And so this is Laura Mackey designed this card and shared it, and I'm so glad she did. And I'm just more or less randomly going to, oh gosh, this is really, really wet. I think I just re-inked this. Okay. Would be very gentle. Okay. Didn't want it quite so gentle, but so you get the idea. We're just kind of stamping it along. Okay. And I'm going to clean that because now I need to stamp it in magenta. I'm going to stamp this in magenta on white. I love it, right? And I'm going to stamp Turn Loose. Goodness, that little guy is stuck, super stuck. All right, I'm going to stamp Birthday in black. Like so. And I'm going to stamp Hey Chick also in black. That should give me plenty of room there. All right, how does all this come together? So first, we're going to cut around this. And I really wish this had had a die, but if it had, it probably wouldn't have been quite, I don't know. I like that you can kind of decide for yourself how much of this you want to border. And in the non-rushed world, you get this pretty even. Whoa. And remember, you turn your paper, not necessarily your scissors. Okay, so there's the happy and the birthday. Not entirely sure how long I want him to be yet. Same for the Hey Chick. Oh, I just kind of cut you a little short. That's okay. Rhonda Wade says it's okay just to freehand this. So we're taking her at her word. All right, so what do we do next? We check the time to make sure we're not late for church yet. This was one of my favorite services growing up. In Hendersonville, the Lutheran, Episcopal, and Presbyterian Church shared Holy Week services, and I will never forget Maundy Thursday at the Episcopal Church where our friend Steve was acolyting, and how moving that service was while they took down the altar. I had never seen that done in my own church that I grew up in, the Lutheran church. So it was quite powerful. And then Steve died not too long out of college, and no, that's the picture of him I always carry close to my heart. Is that just super powerful service? I'm just going to plug this up evidently. Okay. So I'm going to put this about here. Then we're going to put this little birthday chick. Oh, I didn't color her feet. Okay, I got to come back and color her little feet. Okay, she's a little pumpkin pie there. And then this. So this would be fun too. I don't know if I can freehand cut if it's attached to that foam. I'd like to try, but I haven't. So still popping it up on dimensionals. But it would be super cool. Okay, so I want this. Somewhere about there. And then the head check, I'm going to grab the minis. And put that about there. Okay, so how about that? Need to work on my ink pad here, but super cute. You definitely get the idea. So here are the cards in the class that make up the class. And you may purchase a card kit to make these, or if you place a qualifying order, then I'll send you these for free. The prepped cardstock for you. Okay? So everybody, have a fabulous Easter if I don't talk with you before then. And thank you for being here this afternoon. And I still managed to take up way too much time. So anyway, have a great evening. Happy Easter, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.